Hi everyone, welcome to Infinity YouTube channel. Please remember to like, subscribe and share. So today we are going to solve an example on inverse Laplace transform. Okay, we are going to see how we can solve and explain more on inverse Laplace transform. So the question says resolve the given expression into partial fractions and find the inverse Laplace transform of 4s plus 12 divided by s cubed minus 6s squared minus s plus 6. Okay, so the first thing that you have to do in this kind of situation is to check the denominator if you can factor out the denominator. Okay, so if you should factor out the denominator, you should factor it out, you will have solution. The denominator s cubed minus 6x squared minus s plus 6. Okay, how to do the factorization is just equate it to 0 and try to look for numbers that will make numbers of the values of x that will make this equation to be 0. Look for what values of s that will make these numbers to be 0. So I've solved the numbers, and the numbers are when s is equals to 1, minus 1 and 6. So if s is equals to 1, minus 1 and 6, we have a solution. You are going to have 0. So hence this whole equation becomes s minus 1, s plus 1 and s minus 6. So this is resolved to this. So on that note, I can now substitute the value of this into this equation. So by substitution, it means that 4s plus 12 divided by s cubed minus 6s squared minus s plus 6 is equal to 4s plus 12 into s minus 1, s plus 1, s minus 6. So that's what we have. Now we can use this method. We can resolve it into partial fraction. I remember from our knowledge of partial fraction, this fraction is equal to a divided by s minus 1 plus b divided by s plus 1 plus c divided by s minus 6. So that's what we are going to have. So using our knowledge of partial fraction, let's resolve. So we have 4s plus 12 is equal to a divided by a into s plus 1 into s minus 6 plus b into s minus 1 s minus 6 plus c into s minus 1 and s plus 1. Okay, this is what we have. So our usual partial fraction method, if s is equals to 1, if s is equals to okay, which one should I start with? If s is equals to 1, okay, so if s is equals to 1, I have 4. If s is equals to, I have 4 into 1 plus 12 is equal to a into 1 plus 1 into 1 minus 6. So if s is equals to 1, this turns to 0 and this turns to 0. So and 4 into 1 is equal to 4 into 1 plus 12 gives me 16. So this is equal to 1 plus 1 is 2, 1 minus this is minus 5. So I have minus 10a. So this is equal to minus 16 over 10. That will be the value of our a. Our a is minus 16 over 10. And minus 16 over 10 is equal to 2 here we have 8, and 2 here we have 5. Okay, so a is equal to minus 8 over 5. So next is let's assume that s is equal to let's assume that s is equals to minus 1. So if s is equals to minus 1, I'm going to have 4 into minus 1 plus 12 is equal to, here turns to 0 because s is minus 1, so here goes to 0, and because s is minus 1, here goes to 0, so I have only b. So what I have here is b into minus 1 minus 1 and minus 1 minus 6. So minus 1 times 4 gives me minus 4. So minus 4 plus 12 gives me 8. So this is equal to minus 1 times minus 1 minus 1 gives me minus 2, and this gives me minus 7. So of course it gives me positive 14, so 14b. So if this is equals to this, it means that my b is equal to 8 over 14, and 8 over 14 is the same thing as 2 here 4, 2 here 7, 4 over 7. Okay, so for the last one, we can decide either we use by comparison, or okay, let's solve using by comparison, comparing the coefficients. Let's use comparing the coefficients. So, but since I have a positive 6 here, okay, that shortens my work. So since I have positive 6 here, so let's assume that s is equals to positive 6, since I have a negative 6. So this goes to 0, this goes to 0, so I only have this. So we have 4 into 6 plus 12 is equal to c into 6 minus 1 into 6 plus 1. So 4 into 6 is 24. So we have 24 plus 12 is equal to 6 minus 1 is 5, 6 plus 1 is 7. So I have 35 c. So and 24 plus 12 is equals to 36. So this is 36 is equal to 35c, which means that c is equals to 36 over 35. Okay, so that's what we have. So let's take the values of a, b, and c and impute it back in this equation. So by imputation, this whole stuff is equals to, we know that a is equals to minus 1 over 8. So we have minus 8 over 5. We have minus 8 over 5 divided by s minus 1. Minus 8 over 5 divided by s minus 1 plus b, and b is 4 over 7. So plus 4 over 7 divided by s plus 1 plus c, and c is 36 over 5. So we have 36 over 35 rather, divided by s minus 6. So that's what we have. So let's break it down. So this is equal to minus 8 into 5 of s minus 1 plus 4 into 7 of s plus 1 plus 36 into 35 into s minus 6. So this is what we have. So but let me arrange, it doesn't matter though, but let me arrange it in ascending order. Let me arrange in ascending order. It doesn't really matter. So we have 36 over 35 into s minus 6 plus 4 over 7 into s plus 1 minus 8 over 5 into s minus 1. Okay, so we have successfully represented in partial fraction. So the next is to represent it in inverse Laplace transform. So as usual, in the first one, since I have 36 and I have 6 here, I can decide to factor out 36 over 35 out. So if I factor out 36 over 35, I have 36 over 35 into 1 divided by s minus 6. In this second one, I can factor out 4 over 7 out. So we have 4 over 7 into 1 divided by s plus 1. And the last, I can factor out minus 8 and 5 outside. So minus 8 over 5 into 1 divided by s minus 1. Okay, so let's write the final answer here. Okay, so now looking at this first one points to an exponent, Laplace of an exponent. Hence, this becomes, the final answer becomes 36 over 35. We have 36 over 35 into the exponent of 60. So this is all we have. So the next one is plus 4 over 7. Now looking at 1 over s plus 1, this points to an exponent as well, but a negative exponent in this aspect. So we have exponent of, since there's 1 here, so it will be minus t minus 8 over 5. Now the last one is 1 divided by s minus 1. So, and 1 divided by s minus 1, this points to an exponent as well. So this is an exponent of a positive t. Okay, positive, because this is negative, so you have a positive t. So this is the answer to the equation. This is the inverse Laplace transform of this function. So I believe this was useful and helpful. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.